5 incompletions to start a game, a career high for Bo Nix. First half that saw virtually nothing from the Denver Broncos offense. And the fourth quarter magic remains for Denver.
How are you going to beat my team? How are you going to beat my team? We play like shit, we win the football game. We play great, we win the football game. We play average, we mostly win the football game unless leverage is involved.
See the leverage jumping over the top.
Leverage.
7 combined punts in the fourth quarter and we win the football game. I'm falling in love with these ugly ass wins. You may have a love affair with an ineffective wide receiver screen, Sean, but damn it, just when I thought I was out, you pulled me right back in. The Texans won the turnover battle, time of possession, but lost the war. Why? Because they played the greatest fourth quarter team in the NFL right now, and Houston could simply no longer continue to defend the Alamo effectively.
There's no basement at the Alamo.
The Broncos don't do offense in the first 3 quarters because they don't have to. Denver has officially become the
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
team. The Broncos are harder to get rid of than bed bugs. Just when they lull you to sleep, they suck your blood until they're drunk off your DNA. The 2024 Broncos are the NFL's bed bugs. This Broncos football team is weird. They're a good team. Good teams win games no matter how it happens. That's what the Broncos are doing. The Chiefs got to the Super Bowl last year in similar fashion. They are a good team that plays atrocious football on offense and special teams for long stretches and games. But Denver's 7-2, in control of the AFC West, and the Chiefs have lost 4 games now.
Plays all over them. Plays all over them.
We're all thrilled here in Broncos country, even if every week it feels like a new worst best again game ever until the very end of the game when the bedbugs wipe their lips clean. And Justin,
Let's go! Let's go, Broncos! Oh!
that is good, Broncos. We just crossed 815,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. Let's set a new goal. We need to get to 835,000 by the end of November. That's 20,000 new subs, which... Okay, so let's actually 830,000. I'm a realist. Today's episode sponsored by Bear Mattress. It's holiday season. How funny would it be if you bought everyone in your family a new Bear mattress? You get a mattress, you get a mattress, you get a mattress, Uncle Rod! Where did I get all this money to buy so many mattresses? I'm rich! Look, I've been laying my tired body on my Bear Elite hybrid mattress for over 3 years now. And while I'm joking about buying all of your family new mattresses, it's nice to have a great mattress to sleep on after those heavy holiday meals. Bear's sleep recovery technology uses Celliant-powered fabric to help you stay cool at night. It's my favorite thing about my Elite hybrid mattress. And yes, I'm the kind of weirdo who keeps my fan running even when it's 20 degrees outside. My link, bearmattress.com/thatsgood, will save you 40% off your purchase. That's huge. Bear makes premium fiberglass-free mattresses, all of which are created without the use of harmful chemicals. So if you need one, take the Bear Sleep Quiz to help dial in what mattress is right for you. It will help match you with the perfect mattress for your body and sleep preferences. I, for example, am a side sleeper, which is how you keep Freddy Krueger out of your nightmares. Based on that and my body type, I landed on the Elite hybrid mattress. Now we have 3 Bear mattresses in our home. I've had my mattress for years now, and Bear and I wouldn't still be working together if we weren't both very happy. I sleep great, and the only time I wake up in pain is if the referees steal a win from my team. Or indigestion. The other thing is indigestion, but I am a man. I am 41, so it happens. The online ordering process is easy. The mattress arrives on your doorstep in a box and unpacks with ease. Again, I've done that 3 times now. Bear offers a limited lifetime warranty and financing options plus 120 nights to test it. which allows you to sleep after your team gives up, 33 points in the fourth quarter. So if you're looking to improve your sleep quality or upgrade your old mattress, take advantage of my discount, 40% off at bearmattress.com/thatsgood. So what happened in this game, huh? Well, 'twas another test of loyalty for both fan bases, really. The Texans missed their opening field goal attempt. Will Lutz had his first field goal blocked by Danico Autry, who has now blocked 14 kicks in his career. There are MMA fighters who haven't blocked 14 fucking kicks in their careers. Seriously, very impressive, Danico. Houston hit their first field goal, but shortly after, unfortunately, the Texans lost C.J. Stroud to a concussion on this late slide. Chris Abrams-Drain, filling in for Pat Surtain, came in with the hit. The flags flew, but the refs picked up the flags, which was the correct call. I appreciate that they got it right. Even I, Mr. Fuck the Refs, can appreciate a correct call. Abrams-Drain led with his shoulders, started his tackle before the slide, and hit C.J. in the side, not even the head. But I have never seen the refs pick up a flag after a QB got hurt on the play. Isn't that right, Azeez Al-Shaair?
You're going to see Azeez Al-Shaair come in and hit Trevor Lawrence.
Stroud was out, but that didn't stop Davis Mills from putting every inch of his neck on the line, which is 44 inches, from leading the Texans to 4 more field goals. Seriously, there are 5-year-olds that are shorter than Davis Mills' neck. The Texans scored 15 points, all by way of field goal. Yes, 5 field goals. Not all at once, but as soon as Bo Nix dropped this FDR to Cortland Sutton, who beats Derek Stingley for the touchdown, Houston took back the lead with another field goal. Dalton Schultz was the Texans' leading receiver with 77 yards and had the biggest offensive play of the day, a 47-yard catch and run. Who would have thought Denver could enter a game with fewer white tight ends than their opponent? Nico Collins made nothing but contested catches, and Houston went into the half up 12-7 after Michael Bandy, filling in for the concussed Marvin Mims, muffed a punt. Houston held on to a 15-7 lead for what felt like an eternity. I've seen Sean Payton press conferences move more quickly than the third quarter of this game.
And we're going to punt. Another 3 and out. Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ, dude. This team's testing me. It's testing me.
And then, God bless, Bo Nix hit a wide open RJ Harvey, who scored his 5th touchdown in 3 weeks to cut the lead by 2. And going back to the Giants game, the Broncos offense has been very good at converting 2-point plays. They're 3 for 3 in the last 3 weeks, I believe, and this was no easy catch by Troy Franklin to tie it up. In fact, I think that might be Troy's best catch as a pro. What happened next will shock you. Okay, no, it won't. Both defenses were relentless, and each team was trading 3 and outs like fart coins. And eventually Bo Nix remembered he should run the fucking ball, and he had a huge rip with less than a minute left in the game, followed by another scamper to set up Will Lutz for the game-winning kick. This was one of those games that was spiritually a tie, but someone decided to win it at the very end, and I'm glad it was my team. Denver now has 6 straight wins for the first time since 2015, and just like in that season, I hope Peyton Manning returns to the starting lineup at the end of the year, and the defense wins him another Super Bowl at age 49 so he can lord that shit over Tom Brady. My winning psychopath was Riley Moss, a.k.a. the Dreamcast, a.k.a. we still don't really have a nickname for the guy who helped the defense not allow a single touchdown without Pat Surtain on the field. We didn't hear much out of Moss, out of Chris Abrams-Drain, or Jahdae Barron. Truly the best scenario you could ask for. And more shockingly, not a single pass interference called on Riley Moss. The refs have finally accepted a white corner can play in Denver. Stock up the Broncos' goal line defense, and this is why they won the game. This game goes to the Texans, if not for 2 very impressive goal line stands by the Broncos. After Alex Singleton made Dalton Schultz look like the second coming of Gronk, who can definitely come a second time. Denver got flagged for defensive holding in the end zone, setting up the Texans on the 2 with 1st and goal. Houston ran the ball 3 times in a row and got stuffed by that dominant Denver D 3 times in a row. And on 4th down, Houston false started and had to settle for 3. Look at this glorious play-by-play of 3 0-yard runs in a row. You mean to tell me the Texans have a backfield with a Chubb and a Woody and no one can get it in? Huh? Fuck, I think I hit my limit on dick jokes, and we're only halfway through the episode. The only thing I have in common with the Houston Texans is nobody's impressed with our Chubb or our Woody. Just kidding, I love you both. Later in the second quarter, Nico Collins was a Kyler Murray away from scoring the touchdown with his outstretched arms. 1st and goal, this time from the 1. Denver stuffs them for another 0-yard run, and then Houston shot themselves in the foot with a holding penalty, and Jonathan Cooper closed it out with a sack and another 3 points for Houston. Denver has one of the best red zone defenses in the league, and Houston one of the worst red zone offenses. And one Texans fan during my live stream during the game said you should be less worried about our offense from the 1-yard line than when they're at, say, the 25. Regardless, if either of those series end in a touchdown, Houston wins this game. The Broncos defense is so locked in, though, that they didn't even realize that they didn't give up a touchdown.
No, we didn't. So it was all field goals.
All field goals.
Oh, wow, that's pretty crazy.
You didn't even know that?
No, I was thinking about it at halftime. I really thought they scored the first time. I guess they didn't.
Stock up the punters. In an 18-15 game, the punters are going to get some work. Praise be this glorious punting montage for Jeremy Crawshaw and Tommy Townsend. The greatest twin performance since DeVito and Schwarzenegger.
You'll always be welcome, even when you've been bad.
As they combined for 16 punts, 8 each, averaging 53.5 and 52.5 per punt, 848 yards combined, 2 dropped inside the 20. Not all heroes wear capes, but some of them do their most lethal work off of one leg. Both Crawshaw and Townsend are my unhung heroes from this game. Stock down, the Broncos special teams units. They've been bad, okay? They had a field goal blocked, of course, but Denver also muffed a punt, gave up a huge return, gave up a modest return, but got flagged for a late hit, and nearly cost the Broncos the game. And I want to clarify, it's the coverage and return units, because Will Lutz and Crawshaw, they've been awesome. Blocked kicks, though, they're a tricky thing in terms of pointing a finger, right? And Danico Autry has a knack for doing it, but Sean Payton and the Broncos knew that heading into the game. Denver planned around it, and the lack of execution cost them 3 points. Denver moved on from Ben Kotwika the last offseason, I know his name, in favor of Darren Rizzi, and it has not paid off in any way so far, other than the sideline cutaways to the Rizzler. Stock down, injuries. It does suck that the Houston Texans lost quarterback C.J. Stroud early in this game to that totally legal concussion. They also lost starting lineman tackle Titus Howard and linebacker Christian Harris to a concussion and a shin injury. And even with all that, Davis Mills came in and, I hate to say this, played better than Bo Nix for 2 quarters. Nothing crazy from either quarterback. 17-30 for Mills for a $137. Bo Nix 18-37 for 173 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Stroud was sacked twice in about a quarter of play, and Davis Mills honestly did a better job than Stroud in terms of getting rid of the ball quickly to also only take 2 sacks for the rest of the game. Just ugly stats all around. No 100-yard receivers, no 100-yard rushers. R.J. Harvey led Denver with 51 receiving yards. J.K. Dobbins had 61 on the ground. But I showed you guys that sexy-ass punting montage, right? That was sweet. Stock up. And my Big Dick Player Award winner, Zach Allen. You know it's a boring-ass game when the best player is a defensive lineman. Allen, who left the field after getting punched or chipped into the ribs or some shit, was a monster. He and Talanoa Hufanga were seemingly involved in every single defensive play. Sack Allen had 1 sack in this game, which is why he's called Sack Allen instead of Sacks Allen. 4 solo tackles, 2 passes defended, tackle for a loss, and 3 QB hits. It felt like Zach Allen was just leading the charge on every big Broncos stop or quarterback pressure in the game. And I know he did a lot of his work whilst being a little banged up. Fresh off his suspension, Dre Greenlaw was credited with the sack. Denver added 4 sacks in this game, taking their season total to 40. Stock down, turnovers. We're learning for yet another week that turnovers simply don't matter for the Broncos. Bo Nix threw an early interception down the field, and Michael Bandy alligator armed a punt. The second turnover leading to direct points for the Texans. On the other side, Denver did not force a turnover on defense. In fact, they haven't forced one in 4 of their last 6 wins. Denver is -3 in turnovers this year, and they're still 7-2. Imagine if they can start taking the ball away. That's going to help the offense. The Broncos have been close on a few near picks and have gotten bad fumble luck this year, but I think that eventually changes. My prediction, they force 4 turnovers against the Chiefs and still lose because of fucking Satan. Stock down, Bo Nix's accuracy and Bo Nix's deep ball. This was not Bo's best day, but they still won. He's had happy feet a lot this year, and today I felt like it was worst of all. I mentioned the pick, but he could have had 2, possibly 3 in this game. And to be fair to Davis Mills, Talanoa Hufanga dropped a couple picks as well. Maybe Bo needs a Xanax. Oh, no, maybe a horse tranquilizer in a legal dose for Bo, a legal NFL dose, but a horse tranquilizer pregame. He should be allowed to put that in his body wherever he wants. Why a horse tranquilizer? Well, it will calm him down, and he's a Bronco. New rule, the NFL allows PEDs, but only to match the mascot of your team. So if a horse can take it, your team can take it. If a bird can take it, the Ravens can take it. See where I'm going here? Whatever. Bo's either rushing his throws or he's perfectly still, setting his feet and tossing dimes. Prior to the Cortland Sutton touchdown, which was a beauty, Bo Nix missed this throw to Evan Ingram. It's one of his worst overthrows of the season, and it's driving me fucking crazy. That's why I'm showing it to you. We'd all be bitching a lot less about Sean Payton's screen passes that lose 4 yards every time if Nix could be more consistent with his deep balls and downfield passing. Troy Franklin was certainly interfered with here, but the refs have seen him drop too many passes to give him the benefit of the doubt, I guess, and Cortland Sutton did definitely drop a ball in this game. So sometimes Bo doesn't get the help he needs as well. Nix also has a terrible habit of rolling to his right anytime pressure arrives quickly. It's a little too predictable, and I think the defenses are noticing he has to take off and run more. That I know. Run, plant the feet, run, plant the feet. I'll cut off my feet and plant them in my backyard and send you a horrifying video of me doing that to myself, Bo, if it helps you to remind you to plant your fucking feet when you throw. Because when you do, you're elite, Bo. You're elite. Stock up, Bo Nix in the 4th quarter. It's why I still believe. And the Texans defense is no joke, okay? They are as advertised. But this Broncos offense has to capitalize on opportunities when they're there. And the only team they did that against consistently so far is the Cowboys. Faster starts is all I'm asking for, Broncos. Nick started the game Bo for 4. And I'm going to call a priest to exorcise the Tim Tebow out of Bo Nix in the first 3 quarters. At this point, I don't really care how bad the offense is for the first 3. I'm simply ready to watch Bo Nix in crunch time, like Elway before him. God bless Bo Nix. Thanks for watching That's Good Sports. Please don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Come back tomorrow for Winners and Losers, where we break down every single game from Week 9 in the NFL.